There are 4 main areas of life in your birth chart. And did you know there's only 2 that you do best? By the end of this video, you are gonna know what areas of life you thrive in and how to read a birth chart the right way. It's JFO here with another Friday High Vibes video. I'm so excited you're here. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jennifer Fricelli, but everyone calls me JFO. I am a spiritual teacher, astrologer, and coach, and I have been studying astrology and spirituality for 25 years. And let me tell you, I have a lot of mindset tips that are all customized for you and your personality. Make sure to subscribe to my video and click the bell so you get notifications every time I have a new video. So if you have not checked out my video from last week, you're gonna wanna click the link below because it's the first part of learning astrology the right way. We talked about the destiny line. It's really, really cool stuff. So like I mentioned in my prior video, the destiny line is this hero's journey. It's this fight between what we really, really want, the north node, and what we do best and keep doing, the south node. It's this duality line, this separation that creates the suffering of life. We're in this experience of two-ness, hot, cold, left, right, up, down. You get it, right? Well, that concept of two-ness is in the birth chart too. Your birth chart can literally help you understand exactly how you specifically suffer. But did you know that you have all these other duality lines, not just the destiny line? So first I'm gonna dive in to a little bit of an astrology lesson before I give you the goods. So I mentioned this last week a little bit, but in astrology, it's a 3-layered cake. It's the planet or point, the sign, and the house. So let's really talk in JFO lingo. I always say layer 1. Layer 1 is really the sign. From an astrological perspective, that's obviously the personality energy, but from a scientific perspective, that's just the section of the sky of that specific constellation. Layer 2 is the house layer. That is all based on what we use as astrologers, and it's called the rising sign or the ascendant. All that means is what was rising on the left hemisphere when you were born. What constellation? That sets us off with house 1 or the rising sign. Now, why do we do this? It's because in a vast space like the sky, in order to study it, you truly need a reference point. So the house's layer 2 really forms this structure for us as astrologers and helps us study it even more. And of course, layer 3 are the planets and the points that we study. So you want to think of it as the sign, what is the energy? The house, where is it happening? And who's doing it? Is it the moon? Is it the sun? Is it Mars? The what, where, who 3-layer cake is how we as astrologers get super, super specific and basically read your mind. Now, we have a rising sign, right? That is the cusp of the first house, but we have a cusp for every single house. That's 12 house lines. And if you watch my video from last week, when we take that 360-degree circle and we divide it into 2 equal halves, 6 of those go on one side, 6 of those go on the other, and they're opposites of the zodiac. Now, out of those 12 houses, there are 4 that are the absolute most important. And did you know that some of them might be more powerful than your sun sign? Now, before I dive into the 4 corners of the chart, tell me in the comments below, do you know your rising sign? And if you do, what is it? Okay, we're back. So a lot of you know about the rising sign, or what we call the ascendant. That is the cusp of the first house, and the first house of astrology is Aries. So something actually really interesting is when you read your horoscope, all you're reading is your sun scope. And the reason is because they're making your sign, Virgo, the rising sign. But that might not actually be your rising sign. And so when you do read horoscopes, you're gonna wanna read your rising sign first. Something that I've realized in my 25 years study of astrology is that no one understands that the rising sign is just one of 4 corners. There's no sign in astrology that doesn't have an opposite. So when you're talking about the ascendant, you gotta also talk about the descendant. That's the first line of the zodiac cross. So picture a clock where the 9 is on a clock is your rising sign. because in birth charts, we go counterclockwise. Where the 3 is your descendant. What is that? Well, rising sign is self. It's how we are with ourself. Descendant is how we are with others. It's the relationship angle. So there's self, the Aries angle, and there's relationship, the Libra angle. Again, this is just the cusp of the first house, Aries, and the 7th house, Libra. Then we have the midhaven line. A lot of people talk about the midhaven. It's at the top of the chart where the 12 would be on a clock. This is our career energy or our public life energy. But the very opposite of that is the IC, which is at the bottom of the clock where the 6 would be. This is how we are in our home or our private space. Now, it's basic math. When you cut the chart in half, and I talked about this in my video from last week, when you take a 360-degree circle and you find that destiny line and you go to the 90-degree mark and you cut the chart in half, 2 of the 4 corners are going to go to your comfort zone side and 2 are going to go to your destiny side. So what are the options? Let's talk about them. Option 1, you have self and home as your comfort zone. That's me. It just means that the rising sign and the IC fall in your comfort zone. So you are more comfortable by yourself in your home and you're really learning how to get out in the world at large and form relationships. Option 2, the IC with the descendant. This is the home energy with relationship energy. This means that your comfort zone is you in the home in relationships, but you're really learning self out in the world and really learning career. Option 3, descendant with the midhaven. This is relationship angle with career angle. This just means that you're great out in the world, in your relationships, in your career, but you're really learning self in the home. And option 4, midhaven with rising sign. If this is your comfort zone, you are super comfortable out in the world with a strong self, but you're really learning relationships in the home. You are not your sign. You are your south node energy, the comfort zone, and the 2 of the 4 angles that fall on that comfort zone side. And you are just wanting so badly the other side of the chart where your destiny is with the other 2 of the 4 corners. So really, guys, you are not your sign. You are this hero's journey, this fight between 2 sides of your nature. That's reading the birth chart correctly and learning astrology the right way. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it, share it with your friends, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. You're gonna wanna go to highvibeswithjfo.com and sign up for my free 6-day e-course called Vibe School. Inside Vibe School and inside the Vibe School community, I'm gonna coach you for free and customize self-help for your unique destiny. Remember, you are a star in the movie of your life. You have a special destiny that's unique to you. So keep shining your light, and I'll catch you next week on the High Vibe Show with JFO.
Home, rush to see if she called or even left a message for me in a flash. All alone.